Hi there, guys. Welcome back to Truth Seeker Nation. We're back again here in the wonderful evening. We're just chilling, minding our own business, still doing our wonderful, good, positive news sharing, freeing minds, doing our typical thing here that we do on Truth Seeker Nation, okay? And here is in hopes that you other beautiful soul across the screen, it's my intention that my intention when you watch these videos is to pick up, either you gain an inspirational message from hearing what I'm saying and inspiring you to take your power back, or in hopes that you will get a taste of some extremely loving energy. You know what I mean? And that's ultimately my intention here. When I'm talking about this stuff and mentioning names and everything like that, I don't have no vendetta against nobody. You know what I mean? Despite of what you may think. I tell those stories in hopes that maybe you can find some, maybe similarity in your story. Or if you've experienced something, if you experienced something of where a narcissistic individual has done to you, you know what I mean? And that's me and Father's intention to come across and bring you guys this positive message and this positivity. Now, of course, we all about love and light. A simple have a great day, and meaning that truly from the soul and the heart and soul, that could really turn somebody's day around. And we don't really realize this stuff, guys. We don't really realize that the small things matter so much, and they go a long way. You know what I mean? And sometimes, again, here at True Seeker Nation, you may hear some truths that you don't want to hear. If that causes you to want to start, talking shit about somebody, hey, do you, man? Go ahead and talk your shit over there in the corner. I mean, you can do what you want to do. That is you use your free will how you want to use it. You've been given that God, you've been given that blessing of free will. You know what I mean? And you're free to use that in any way you choose, whether that be the wrong or right way. I mean, if you want to sit there and do evil, I mean, that's your choice. But here at True Seeker Nation, my soul belongs to Father. Okay, our Heavenly Father. We're gonna continue spreading that good news and exposing what we need to expose. Okay, you're not going to project your negativity and your demonic ass nasty attitude over here and try to ruin nobody. Because let me tell you something, guys. These individuals here are just something else. And I'll tell you, you got people over here you got, people like Rachel Cornelius over here sending me sending me these threatening ass text messages, trying to send me shit about cults and stuff. Like I'm not hip to what's going on. That's a direct message for you, homie Skillet Biscuit, because you know what you're doing. I mean, you know what you didn't wrap yourself into. So now you want to continue with the threats. Okay, so we're gonna expose that. I know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to impose this fucking fear mongering on somebody, thinking that somebody's gonna back down. But it don't matter how many times you want to try to send this chaos and confusion magic. And it doesn't matter how many times that you're wishing for somebody to commit suicide. Okay, that's unacceptable, man. You sending out that kind of energy to somebody, that's only gonna bite you in the ass. You shouldn't be doing that, man. How in the world are you gonna sit there and send somebody that kind of negative energy, man? That's absolutely ridiculous. You know, just because you come across somebody at Dollar General and they don't say shit to you, and I actually no, we did not. I didn't say. I did say something to you. I said you have a great day. That's what I said to you. You just were fucking salty that nobody. I know when the hip to what you're doing. Okay, the divine and I know what you're doing. Okay, so you're not gonna go over here thinking that you're a badass and you're hot shit. I mean, you know what? You need to sit your demonic ass down, okay? Because this is getting a little out of hand here, and you can use your free will how you so choose. And every other individual that has come up against, had tried to come up against me, all these, witches in your coven, you're not gonna get away with what you're doing. I'm just letting you know that right now. You're not gonna get away with what you're doing because you're being exposed right now. And guys, again, I'm gonna nudge you over to do some research on what satanic ritual abuse is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just spark their brain again, guys, because despite on how everybody wants to say there's no God and this and that, there's not satanic cults for any reason, okay? And you guys don't realize what some of these rituals can do to somebody. You know what I mean? I'm just being straight up honest with you. You can talk to any other individual that has went through this kind of abuse, and it's horrible. You know what I mean? And yes, the devil is real. Okay, God, our Father is real. Okay, guys. And again, I'm not pushing nothing on nobody. I'm just telling you how it is and what I've experienced, what individuals do behind the scenes, and motherfuckers over here thinking and wanting to point and laugh and not realizing and don't want to fucking open up a book and read something and educate yourself and elevate your mind, man. Don't keep yourself chained down to this false ass reality that Samael wants to project onto you. You know what I mean? It's the same reason why you guys notice all this shit and they put in this food, man. And that's one things. That's the reason why I made that video. Is to bring awareness to some of this shit. I'm not saying you need to stop eating that now. If you, hey, that's what I did, and that's what I recommend. Okay, I can't lie to you there. I recommend that you stop eating that shit. Okay, but I use recommend. Okay, I'm not saying you need to do this now. No, 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 no. You guys make that conscious choice on whether you want to do that or not. You have that ability, and you can choose to eat what you want to eat. You know what I mean? You can put what you want in your body. But again, guys, I don't share this stuff just for any reason. I share this stuff too because, again, and I'll say it again, I love saying it. I love Father's creation. Okay, I love Father's creation. I am extremely joyful that I get to wake up every day and say that my soul belongs to Father. Okay, every night before I go to bed, it's always an honor to approach our Heavenly Father and be able to talk to Him and just really pour my heart out, and to talk about if there's anything going on, talk about what's going on, and it's a really beautiful thing, man. And those of you that are vibing with what I'm saying, it's kind of along the same lines of like when we're preaching the gospel and doing fighting the good fight. It doesn't feel like work. A lot of people would say, oh, you're doing Father's work, and we're doing Father's work. But work to me kind of implies that you just it's like a 9 to 5. You just go there, all right, just gonna get paid and do that and come home. No, okay. When you're really doing Father's work, it don't feel like work. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So who I'm talking. Beautiful soul, if you resonate with what I'm saying, I'm talking to you. Okay. And you know what I mean? I know there's a few of you out there that know exactly what I mean, that feel so joyful, that come on Instagram, show their beautiful smiles and faces. having them do their wonderful work. Giving amazingly awesome, touching, good speeches in front of a whole group of kids at school. That takes a lot of courage. Okay. And that is just absolutely truly amazing. Okay, you guys, you continue doing that. I think the individual that I'm kind of referring to knows who I'm talking to. Okay, and just keep that in mind. Okay, despite all of what I talk about, and there may be some uncomfortable truths that I say, I'm just telling you the truth and what I've found, and you know basically just pointing out the truth to you and just letting you guys do the sparking the brain and letting you guys go down your own path of research, because if you do that, you'll find that things aren't adding up. You know what I mean? It's why I always talk about this vaccine, and again, I want to make it very clear, okay, again, we're not going to be spreading any hatred to anybody that has gotten the vaccine, okay? That's not what we do over here, okay? We don't point and laugh at somebody saying, you're dumb, you got the vaccine. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. There is none of that shaming around here, man. There's none of that. All I'm saying and all I'm doing is just presenting you some information that you can go on Google and type up. You know what I mean? Listen to some of these doctors, man. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to when they go line by line, underlining shit, and you come up with the conclusion yourself, man. I mean, you got fucking Bill Gates over here getting in front of the camera and acting all fucking jittery and skittery and all this other kind of shit. And it's like, dude, homie, if you're talking about vaccines and you're talking about, and if anything to do with the medical, and you're talking about distributing a medical injection to over 250 million people around the population, words that are coming out of your mouth, such as, we need to mess around, should not be coming out. Okay, homie, you're exposed for that shit. Because that was fucking dumb. I don't know what you're talking about, man. How are you going to sit there and say something that's released for over 250 million people in the population, oh, we just need to mess around? I mean, whoa. Homie, first of all, do you even have the credentials to be speaking on this shit? Because I'm gonna go ahead and guess that you don't. Okay, because why is there doctors that have the credentials are presenting this information and they are saying that this ain't safe? So what's going on here, man? That should spark your brain right there. What's going on, All it is a bunch of fucking scramble, let's go ahead and hide shit kind of speech. I mean, because you already know what's going on, It's the same reason why fucking Elon Musk wants to know what you had for breakfast, okay? These guys want to sit there and do all this other sly shit behind the scenes, okay? They want to insert all of this stuff that people that aren't knowledgeable and aren't aware that they are really putting something in their body that is going to that's going to mess them up, man. I mean, all you guys need to do is look at some of the responses. Look at some of the reactions to people that have had the vaccine. Okay? Look at some of the reactions, man. Look at what some innocent people have gone through. All because, this guy they want to push as many of these vaccines out as possible to supposedly help with COVID. But I mean, it's like, first of all, why is there such a push to combat, these medical professionals that are coming forth with this information, okay? They're coming forth with this information, and it's almost like, I was talking with Spirit earlier. I was mentioning that it's almost like, if you let's take it down a scale, okay? Imagine, like, you're in school, you got the whole peer pressure, and the whole peer pressure shebang of, oh yeah, you want to smoke some weed, and guess what? You don't. You choose not to. Well, if you choose not to, guess what? It's like, not every situation, but more than likely, it's like a lot of peer pressure, because that's what I experienced. Okay, let me know if you guys have done the same or have experienced the same. But that's what I've experienced. It's peer pressure. You know what I mean? So now let's dial it back up. Imagine a medical professional that's coming out and saying, "No, I don't want to take this vaccine. Because the data has, we've come to the conclusion, we're looking at this data, that this is not safe, man. This needs significantly more testing." You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of fishy stuff going on. So now all of those people and all of those doctors that are coming out get pointed at and talking about anti-vaxxer, get made fun of, get shut down, get deplatformed, get silenced, people trying to shut them up. Ask yourself that, guys. Why is that even a thing? You know what I mean? Why is this even a thing? They claim that, oh, those who are concerned about global health. So let's analyze what Bill Gates said. If you can look it up on YouTube, what he said about the vaccine. So now let's analyze in the same sense. He talks about, those that are worried about global health. But how are you somebody that's supposedly worried about global health if the same fucking word, the same video came out of your mouth talking about we just need to mess around? Homie, if you cared about global health, the words that are coming out of your mouth when distributing something like that to the human body should not be, "We just need to mess around." What are you doing, man? You know what you're doing. But I'm just posing that question for the audience here. You know what you're doing, man. Dial that shit back, man. Because you know good and well that this shit is coming out and it's being exposed. It's the same reason why these guys over here, these big hype, guys in the music industry, not just the music industry, but if you guys look back about 10 months ago, sometime last year, Jamie Foxx, you know what I'm saying? Look into what's going on with that, Look into, there was rumors, going around that he got deathly ill out of nowhere, and, if you look at it, they wanted him to get that shot, you know what I mean? That shot, and then all of a sudden, you look and see what the hell is going on. He's all of a sudden deathly sick. And they want to try to cover it up and try to, control everything and keep people from knowing what truly has gone down with that situation. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. If it gets out that Jamie Foxx didn't want to get that vaccine, and then all of a sudden he then got sick from the side effects of that vaccine, and that shit has been distributed to 250 million plus people, that's gonna be a big problem. Okay, so that's why these Masons and everybody in this and the controllers of this world want you to stay asleep. They don't want you to realize what's going on. Okay, damn sure Samael doesn't want that. You know what I mean? He sure as hell does not want that at all. Because he's just a puppet just as well. He wants all this evil to be going on. He wants you to go and do these evil hatred things, and things full of hatred. You know what I mean? And it's just those things that we have to keep in mind, guys. Evil should not be just swept under the rug. That sweeping under the rug is game over for that. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. Okay, no more of this sweeping under the rug. Because now you're finding that when you sweeping shit under the rug, all it is just you finding more shit. So you're not gonna get away with what you're doing. And the individuals that decide to come up against me with this cult and your fucking demonic ass shit, you guys got another thing coming, man. Because You can continue doing what you're doing like today. These motherfuckers want to try to send me some, bullshit ass, try to make motherfuckers go insane type of shit. You know what I mean? All this witchcraft is just being sent at somebody wanting, because they know good and well they can't show up here. You know what I mean? They can't show up here. So the only option they have is to, try and attempt a spiritual attack, which is not going to work. You know what I mean? The only thing you're doing is just, you're wasting your time. If you want me to be real with you, I mean, you could be fucking playing Overwatch or, chilling out, playing some video games or something instead of fucking trying to send somebody suicide or suicide spells and shit. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I mean, it's one of those things where you just need to like stop and think, man, because all these people that risen up in the coven with you, you thinking that your hard ass got all these people backing you up and shit, but like, you know, if you guys need to be sat down individually, then that's fine. I mean, you guys do what you want to do. If you want to continue making the choice, if you haven't already, man, because if you know who you are, if you've made this choice, you know what I mean. And all of these people that's in my family, you know who you are. If you sent me a message and I didn't say anything to you, I've scoped you out, okay? I know what you're doing. I know what you're up to. You're not going to intimidate anybody, okay? We're going to stand strong. We're going to let our voice be heard. You're not going to silence anybody. Again, each and every time you guys continue to try some of this shady stuff, I'm going to come on and continue to expose and continue talking about my experience with the wonderful family that I have. Okay? So you guys can continue sitting back and getting all mad if you want. I really don't give a fuck. So you can sit back and relax and pop your popcorn or whatever. Put this video on the side in the background. Listen to what I have to say. Because you know what? You are exposed. Especially Christine, man. How are you going to sit there and somebody go through a traumatic experience and the last you hear from that person is, you go to their funeral. My dad passed away back in 2017. She showed up to my dad's funeral. Okay, cool. But then over the course from 2017 over to 2024, now barely a word has been heard. Don't even reach out. Don't want to say anything to me. I'm trying to update her. Hey, I'm doing good. I got Cody. I got my own place. I got everything. Slowly building myself up. You know what I'm saying? Slowly building myself up. Trying to share that positivity with people. And guess what? I've scoped you out too because I know you've had a target on my back ever since I was a fucking kid. I know what your motives are, and you thinking that somebody don't know, but it is known. Okay, so you know what? I don't give a fuck if you're mad. You better sit down and listen to what I'm saying. If not, if you choose not to, then everybody else is hearing it and the world is hearing it, okay? So now, check it out. Now that somebody has something good going for them, and now that they know that basically that person knows that something good is coming my way, okay? Now you want to try to butter up to somebody and all of a sudden asking how Cody's doing, asking how I'm doing, when you haven't even fucking bothered to do that beforehand up until you didn't heard that something good is coming my way. Now you want to be a fucking mooch and a snake and you want to try to snake up to somebody and fucking backstab them in the end. That's not going to happen, man. Because you know what? I know exactly why you didn't want to fucking talk to me. Because you were doing evil snake shit behind the scenes. And you know what you did. You know what you did. You know what I'm saying, man? A lot of times, guys, if these people don't want to talk to you or they're hesitant or, they got all this like weird, you sense all these weird vibes around these individuals, man. 9 times out of 10, there's some snaky shit that they're doing behind your back that you don't know about. It's the same with Sarah Cornelius. We ride in the car down all day, talk about, tell her about some deep shit that I'm going through, and then, and then little did you know that, your snakish vibes was radiating off of you. Okay, so you sit here and you want to lie to somebody. You want to sit there and ghost them. You want to sit there and send all this shit to them. Okay, That's not gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna fly, man. This ain't gonna fly. And Karen, I hope you're feeling pretty good right about now. Since you decide not to answer fucking people's questions in the messenger and you want to sit there and try to set up mail fraud on somebody and try to do all this snake ass shit. Come on, man. Get with the fucking program. Get off your high horse, man. You're not gonna control anybody. You're not gonna control anybody. You know, all these guys want to sit there and paint this illusion. Oh, we're going to the animal shelter and helping out the cats. First of all, you're a piece of shit. Dude, let's look at the living conditions of your animals at home. How are you helping out animals at an animal shelter when you can't even help the animals that are at your home that are getting abused? I mean, what are you doing, man? You have a beautiful horse, okay? Belle, she's a very beautiful horse. You treat her like crap. No attention is given to her. No love, no care and compassion whatsoever. Okay? You act like you thinking that you know what you're doing with horses, but you really don't. Because first of all, you can read and thinking that you know all you want, but if you don't communicate with them, what's the point, man? It's almost like the same thing as these folks going around reading the Bible and wanting to quote scriptures, the extravagant Bible quoters that want to go around and telling people what they need to do, reading the Bible, but they don't even talk to Father himself. It's almost like, dude, how are you going to sit there and read? How are you going to sit there and read about somebody? And that's fine. You can do that. And the Bible is a great tool, again, guys, but that's not the only tool. I mean, that's not the only thing, man. You stop and take the time to talk to him directly. You know, that's where the true joy comes. You talk to Father directly. You know what I mean? I love Father so much from the bottom of my heart, man. You have no idea how much I love talking to him. I love sharing all of these things that, and even all over the course of my life, I love talking with him, you know? I would share with him about some tough times that was going on, and he knew, but sometimes we have to go through tough things, you know? Sometimes we have to go through that stuff to learn those valuable lessons and learn that, you know, we don't have to sit there and take this shit lying down, okay? You don't have to, you don't have to put up with nobody abusing you, man. And that don't mean, going out and respond and fighting fire with fire all the time, man. Sometimes it's just about telling them, hey, you're not, your explanation and your program is fucking stupid. So you need to get with a new program. You need to get on the good choice program, okay? You need to get on that good choice program. And get off of that demonic program, man, because that is garbage. That shit just need to be turned off and swapped to the other program I mentioned, right? So guys, we coming out with this stuff, man, because this stuff need to be brought out, Bobby's not, you're not done with being called out either, man. I mean, the journeys of you and the Kinkajou has just gotten started, okay? So, and I recall a time where, buddy over here wanted to sit there and try to start up a YouTube channel, talking about basically wanting to use Luna to try to get some views, you know what I mean, to, use an exotic animal, use like this whole, oh my God, dude, I'm so cool, I got an exotic animal type of vibe to get a bunch of views on YouTube. But then little did they know behind the scenes that the guy's an animal abuser, man. The guy, I mean, she has one eye. All due to negligence, man. That could have been easily avoided by you, showing the loving compassion, actually being, actually caring about what that animal is getting into, man. You let it out of the cage, you let her out of the cage, and she runs around, you know what I mean? You don't know what she's getting into. You're sitting on your fat ass all day in the bed, all bitchy and complaining because you don't want to be woken up. You know what, man? Now you're fucking woke, okay? Because now it's something that you can't ignore, okay? And now you're being called out directly. I also recall a time when it's my wonderful ferret, Chewy, okay? Recall a time also when I woke up to the morning to the detriment of noticing that Chewy, my ferret at the time, was not eating. He was not eating, man. Not eating. Okay, that's a red flag. I feed Chewy every day. I fed him every day. I kept an eye on him. I noticed when he was eating his food. I noticed when he stopped eating his food, and I was concerned about that. And I made a big stink about it. I said, "Hey, man, this animal's not able to eat. It's not able to eat, man." It's just so ridiculous, man. You know, you got people that, you know, you know how much that breaks my heart, man. If I see that, you know, you need to eat. As creatures, we need to eat something, man. We need to eat. And when there's an animal that's in your care that you're noticing they're not eating their food, there's a problem, man. So I go and make a big stink about it. Go upstairs. This lazy fucking dude is over here sitting. I'm talking about bitching and complaining. Talking about, oh, you're gonna wake me up over a ferret? You fucking piece of shit, man. How dare you, man? How would you like it waking up and somebody can't eat anything, and then you're responded with, "Oh, you waking me up over that." Oh, come on, man. You're gonna be called out on that shit, man. Fucking piece of shit, man. You are really something else, man. I tell you. And if you wanna come at me, that's fine. Continue going on with your petty self. That's fine. You wanna do that? I don't care. My goal, I don't care, dude. Deuces with you. I don't care, but I am bringing this out, and this is being exposed, and everybody is going to know about what you did and what you're doing to the animals. So now your response, you didn't want to help that ferret out. You had the audacity to say something like that. And of course you're gonna gaslight and say, "Oh yeah, I never said that." But you know what you did. You know you did. Okay, and Father's going to make it very clear to you that you did, whether you want to continue denying it or being in this like narcissistic delusion that you carry around all day. You're on the fucking highest ego horse I've ever seen anybody on. Okay, it's truly ridiculous. Truly is ridiculous, man. We had to get a little heavy there, man. I tell you guys, I don't mess around when it comes to animals, man. If you see an innocent animal, an animal that's not able to do anything, it breaks your heart, and you want to do what you can to assist and try to do what you can to help. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, let's talk about your loyal companion, Scrappy, and about how you chose instead, keep in mind, you made this choice. You made the choice, homie. You made the fucking choice. Keep in mind, your loyal companion, Scrappy. The dog was suffering, and you chose to buy $1,000 drum sets. You chose to buy $1,000 fucking pianos that you didn't even want to take the time to learn yourself. All while a loyal companion all your life has been dedicating his life, and you want to sit there and have him suffer. He's suffering. You're not using that Novus Ordo Seclorum that you have to save another life that has been loyal to you all his life? How dare you? How dare you? Don't ever treat animals like that. You are something else, man. Didn't want to sit there and try to paint somebody else as an animal abuser. Want to sit there and lie on somebody else's name. Want to sit there and stalk them all fucking day. Want to sit there and try to play this coward pussy ass psychological manipulation shit. Stand up. Get off your ego high horse and face what you did, man. There's gonna be no animal abuse is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And it's going to be called out. Don't care if you're mad. You're not going to show up here because you're in a snag. And now you can't do shit about it. And now it's all coming out. You're probably wondering, who the hell is this? This ain't Keenan. That's what the biggest bamboozle of your life looks like, homie. You don't know who the fuck you don't know who you're fucking with. You don't know what's going on. You don't know the forces that are backing a certain individual that you're trying to come up against. So make sure you think long and hard about your decisions and what you did. And now, since you're too scared to show your face on camera, you're going to be talked about, and regardless whether you like it or not, all of those evil acts that you chose to do, not just against animals, okay? All of those evil acts that you chose to do, guess what? Now they're coming out. And now this shit is public. And now you got somebody speaking. That's what you get for wanting to try to shut him up. This is get rid of him. Get rid of him. All because you're a greedy bastard, man. All you just want a piece of Novus Ordo Seclorum. You want to fuck somebody over. You even want to fuck your own dad over. You even want to put your own dad down. You even want to take advantage of other people. It doesn't matter. You don't care. You don't care about anybody. You don't even care about the loyal companions you've had by your side all your life. You don't. Because let me tell you something. If you did, you wouldn't have spent thousands of dollars on these earthly material objects, and you would have tried your best and due diligence to try and save your companion's life, or at least give him the best life possible. So keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind. Father has seen what you did. And Miss Becky Brahman, that's a witness to it and want to sit there and with their thumb up their ass drinking alcohol all day, continue. You make the choice. You make the choice if you want. You know what I mean? Make whatever choice you want. Continue fucking flushing your life down the toilet drinking alcohol. Okay, you made the choices that you made, and now you have to face them. Okay? I can look you both in the eye today and say, you know what? I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. You guys have a good rest of your day. Okay? But you know what? In that same token, that doesn't mean, when I say that I love you, doesn't mean that your evil acts you're going to get away with, and that they aren't going to be called out. Okay? And I encourage all of you individuals that are around these individuals that I just mentioned, you start questioning that and you look into this shit. Because you know what? Let me tell you something, man. Abusers, one of the biggest things they love to do is gaslight. They love to say that this didn't happen, he did this, wanting to paint the victim in this bad light when they haven't even done a thing, man. They haven't even done a thing. All they heard was the fucking truth because they know what they did, and then now they want to get salty and then want to start trying to come up with all these fucking phony ass clicks up behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being a man and saying, hey man, I don't like what you said. Let's squash it right now. Or hey man, why are you doing this? Instead, You gotta be a little bit, you gotta be bitch boy Bobby and do all this coward shit behind the scenes. You're a fucking coward, dude. You're a coward. You ain't gonna do shit. You wanna sit there and continuously talk all this shit and talk all this game when you continuously getting your ass sat down over and over again. So continue on. If you want to continue on, go ahead. Nobody's fucking backing down. Nobody's backing down. You want to continue going on? Go ahead. But I can almost 100% guarantee, I don't give a fuck if you want to deny it or not, you are shitting in your fucking pants. You are shitting in your pants because you know exactly what you did and you know what's coming. So, drink all the alcohol you want, do all the fucking drugs you want. Becky Brummett, drink all the alcohol you want if you want to make that choice. But see, now you want to drown yourself in alcohol because you have fucked over this person. And now this person is coming out. And now you're wondering, oh my God, why isn't he coming back? Why isn't he doing this? Take a long, hard thought about what you did. If you want to continuously lie through your teeth, that's your choice. Father's not going to come down and try to convince you, oh, no, don't do that. You have the free will to do what you want to do. If you choose on this demonic ass path, that's your choice, man. All you're gonna hear from me is deuces. Love you, take it, have a nice life, whatever you want to do, man. But I can almost guarantee you, man, that karma, I'm telling you, guys, karma, people don't just say karma is karma is a thing. Okay, it's a very real thing. All right. These people want to sit there and do this evil shit to somebody, and then the next thing, something bad happens, and wondering, what has happened to me? Dude, you over here wanting to send somebody chaotic at you over here wanting to send all this negative ass energy over to somebody, and then flabbergasted when it happens to you. Have you ever thought about that person that you're sending that shit to hasn't done anything? You don't even know who you're doing this to. You don't even know. You have no idea. No, none whatsoever. None at all. So you know what? I wish y'all the best. Okay? I'm not, nobody's seeking revenge here. Okay? I have no desire for no revenge. All I want is to do my good love and light thing. Okay? Continue to inspire you guys and speak the truth at you. I tell you, man, we over here living our best life. And despite everybody in this cult that has sent this bullshit magic at me every single day, I truly say to you, I love you. Despite your evil ass choices and despite what you wanting to send over to somebody, I can almost guarantee, let's back that up, 100% guarantee that you're not getting the desire that you want. Because you over here sending somebody You over here doing all this witchcraft from somebody, this cult. You know who you are. You want to send this out to somebody, but you're not getting the requested desire. You're not getting your desire. You're not getting your wishes. Okay, it's not happening. You're just wishing that this guy would just take himself out already. Shut up. Get him out of here. Right? But fuck off. Nobody's shutting up. Nobody's, you know, you can kiss my ass. I mean, we're going to continue speaking. We're going to continue speaking. You can attack my throat chakra all you want. I can just clear my throat and continue on. Okay? I mean, you're not going to shut anybody up. Alright? And a lot of you guys, a lot of you individuals, let's dial it back down again. A lot of you individuals out there probably thinking, what in the world? You know, this guy don't know what he's talking about. Well, you know, guys, again, if you don't believe in the devil or you don't believe in that, that's fine. But I am going to tell you that satanic cults exist. Okay, so just Google it. Listen to some of the stories that some of these other folks have gone through with some of these cults. Okay, and see, now that cult has done this to other innocent individuals in the past, and now they're trying to do it to me, and now, you know, they are seeing that it's not working. Okay, they didn't got gassed up over all this time thinking that, oh, I can get away with this, or I can get away with that. It's all an illusion, man. It's all an illusion. Wake up. You're not going to do anything to silence me, okay? Period. So, guys. Oh, yeah, we're rocking our Made New shirt. I love this shirt so much. I love it. Because Father has made me new. And I truly love this. And I encourage you guys to, you know, come to Father and ask Him to make you new. You know? Some of you guys out there, I come across your profiles on Instagram. And just seeing you guys doing what you like to do and just doing your thing and smiling makes me smile deep inside, man. It makes my soul brighten up, because it's like, man, you know, that person is radiating so much positivity. You know what I mean? And you know, I had to learn that the individuals around me, I wasn't getting that positive energy. I wasn't getting those positive vibes, man. Got peeps like Chris Wood that want to come in and act all phony and act like you know, my homie and shit. You know what I mean? And give off this phony ass illusion. You know what I mean? But in reality, you know, you fucking somebody over thinking you're gonna get an inheritance, ain't it, Chief? I mean, you know, you thinking that you're gonna team up with all these fucking demonic ass individuals. That's not the way, Chief. But you know, hey man, listen, continue doing your thing if you choose to, you know. And I'm telling you, man, you individuals that's over here in this cult and you continuing throwing this shit at somebody. And let me tell you something, guys. Just because that shit ain't coming back, you think it's not coming back at you right away. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You think you've been scared of man or any man? I'm telling you something, man. You guys don't even know. The beautiful thing about karma is that it doesn't happen on your timetable. Okay. If you have done this shit constantly to somebody when you have been requested to stop, and you still actively choose that, all you're doing is just racking your fucking karma sky high. You know what I'm saying? You want to continue doing that, that's your choice. But don't be bitching and complaining when 20 years down the line you're in this fucking destitute spot. Or 10 years for that matter. That's the thing, man. Karma is not going to come at your demand and whenever you think it is. You know what I'm saying? And despite what you're doing, trying to, glamour up and make yourself look beautiful, dude, that's again with the sweeping under the rug. That's not gonna work, man. Your spirit reeks of so much death and decay that it's absolutely ridiculous, man. The amount of demonic baloney that you sent out to somebody, and you thinking that you're gonna be good in your soul from doing that, dude. Take a wake up call, man. Books, you don't judge a book by its cover, man. You know, and that's all with the same. I tell you guys too. Don't ever judge a book by its cover, man. That's why it's they're called wolves in sheep's clothing for a reason, man. They act like sheep. They act like sheep, but in reality, they are not sheep. They are just looking to eat the sheep. They are just looking to lead the sheep astray. They are looking to drag as many sheep down to hell with them as humanly possible. So just keep that in mind, guys. With the intentions of some of these wolves in sheep's clothing. That's my tidbit for you guys today. I may get a little, loud sometimes here, but I'm really passionate about animals, guys. I don't, if I see an animal it breaks my heart. Okay, I have a soft spot for animals. I take that very seriously, man. And when somebody, has been abused and having to deal with fear most of their life, sometimes initially you don't have that need or courage to, speak up. You know what I mean? But with Father behind you, anything is possible, and you can definitely turn the tide in your favor by using and taking advantage of that lion spirit and speaking your truth and speaking up about what you gone through, man. Because I'm going to tell you, it wasn't just animal abuse that I've seen, okay? I've dealt with all kinds of abuse living at that place, man. And that's why I say I feel for you if you have undergone any kind of abuse. I feel for you, man. I know how it feels to be scared and backed in a corner. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm here is to, encourage you to say, hey, put your foot down. You know what I mean? Don't let these demonic ass individuals have any hold over you. Come out and speak up, man. And really, I encourage you, before you do that, talk with Father, Talk with him. Talk with him about it. Ask him, hey, is this a good idea? Before I make decisions, I end up asking Father the same question 3 or 4 times before I'm like, hey, you sure this is okay? You know what I mean? Because I truly want to serve him. I don't want to, I don't have any desire to do any kind of evil. I don't want to upset him. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So that's why if there's a decision that I need to make, I make sure to talk with Father about it first, And I encourage you to do the same. Before, if you choose to want to speak your truth, I encourage you, do that. Talk with Father. I love you guys so much, okay? I'm going to leave it there. Because I want you guys to come to Father. He wants you to come to him, okay? So, one other thing, guys. I'm gonna say seek the ways of Yeshua again, and I'm gonna. If you guys don't know who Yeshua is, I'm referring to Jesus. Okay, do some looking into that as well. Okay, if you don't know what who Yeshua is, or do some digging into history, guys. Okay, and you'll find some very interesting things. Okay, but when I say Yeshua, I'm referring to Jesus. Okay, but I say Yeshua. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys, truly, from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today whenever you're seeing this, after you get done. If you have sat through to this end of this video, I really appreciate your time and your, and your, the energy exchange of you choosing to sit and listen to what I'm saying. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? So I may come off heavy sometimes, but one thing you guys got to take into consideration. A lot of these people are painted as, oh, he has hate speech and all this and that. But some of those individuals have been through hell and back. You know what I'm saying? And those same individuals are some of the ones with the biggest hearts. All right. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, never judge a book by its cover. All right. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Just remember, I love you, Father loves you, okay? And you guys have a beautiful, heavenly, divine day. All right? I love you guys. Take care. This is Truth Seeker, signing off for Truth Seeker Nation. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.